Thanks for checking out the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to see me play your deck, hang out with me in the amazing BoshNRoll community in Discord, access to my lists and sideboard guides before tournaments, book an individual coaching session, or just generally want to support what's going on here, check out the Patreon and YouTube membership options. For the finest Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, use code BoshNRoll for 10% off your order at coalesceapparel.shop. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. If you want to play what I'm playing, use my affiliate link to support the channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com and play any deck anytime on Magic Online with a cardhoarder.com loan account. Thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back once again to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I am playing Modern, and at the request of Patreon subscriber Choo Choo Beans, this is Gruul Shamans. This deck comes from a person named River Galati. I don't know this person, probably just butchered their last name, but they are the name associated with this list online. They won an NRG trial, I believe, playing this deck. I have not changed a single card because I think it's well constructed and I don't want to mess with success. Shamans are a deck that I have played myself. I actually registered Shamans in an extended Grand Prix in Atlanta, probably 2009 era, maybe 2010. I don't know. A long time ago, there was briefly an extended format that was basically two standard formats. It went from 8 years worth of sets to 4 years worth of sets was the thing they tried. And I registered Shamans in that tournament. And this is a deck built on the back of Rage Forger. Rage Forger, also one of my favorite cards to draft in Lorwyn Morningtide, because wow, this is a banger. When Rage Forger enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on each other shaman you control. Whenever a creature you control with a +1 counter on it attacks, you may have that creature deal 1 damage to the target player or planeswalker. So this makes all your shamans bigger, and it just spews fire when they attack. There are a number of surprising cards in Magic that are shamans, and some that are less surprising, and many more have been printed in the decade or so since the last time I played this deck. Flamecone Harbinger is not new. 1 mana, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for an elemental, reveal it, and put that card on top. The elementals in this deck are the Rage Forger itself. It's an elemental shaman, and there's endurance in the sideboard. So this is mostly to tutor Rage Forger. Ignoble Hierarch, surprise, secret shaman. Harmonic Prodigy is not a shaman, but it does affect them. 1/3 prowess. If an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So, Burning Tree Emissary, make 2 mana, trigger, do it again. Elvish Visionary, draw a card, trigger, do it again. Rage Forger, my goodness. Put a +1 counter on each other shaman you control. Surprise, do it again. And then also when they attack, they deal 2 instead of 1. Harmonic Prodigy, honorary shaman for the purposes of this deck, and wow, that's a banger. Seasoned Pyromancer, also a shaman. If you've ever played Modern, you've seen this card before. When it comes into play, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. For each non-land card discarded this way, make a 1/1 red elemental. And then you can exile from your graveyard for 5 to make 2 more elementals. Doubling this with Harmonic Prodigy gives you a lot of action. And this gets all the subsequent boosts of Rage Forger. Goblin Anarchomancer is a newer card, Modern Horizons 2. Each spell you cast that's red or green costs 1 less. This role used to be filled by Bosk Banneret back in my day. That was a 1/3 Treefolk Shaman that reduced the cost of your Treefolks or Shamans. But this hitting all your red or green spells, which is all the cards in your deck, is much better than hitting the Shamans, which are also all red and green. Just doesn't matter. Also a Shaman itself. Really sweet card. This is going to enable some busted stuff to happen. And all of this is, of course, a Collected Company deck, because these are all creatures that cost 3 or less. There's not a whole lot of dimension to this deck. It's just, here are my creatures, are you dead? And I think it's going to be pretty good at doing that. I'm excited to try it. The sideboard is a bunch of endurances. We mentioned those already as elementals. There's a Chandra and a Klothys for when you need to beat a control deck with lots of sweepers. Dismember if you ever need a removal spell. Weather the Storm, a couple of those for burn matchups. Then Veil of Summer for the Grixis Shadows and whatever blue decks are out there. Pretty clean stuff over there. The two cards in this deck that have my eyebrow slightly raised are the Thrun the Last Troll. This card looks scary on the surface, can't be countered, has hexproof, and you could pay 1 and a green to regenerate it. It's really hard to interact with this creature, and that's the point of the thing. It also is a Troll Shaman, so it gets all the boosts from Rage Forger. I've generally found that 4/4 untouchable doesn't really win games, but I'm interested to see how this thing hangs out. I'm not going to cut it. The other one I'm a little sus about is Den of the Bugbear. Obviously, having a land that does something when your mana is otherwise tied up is really exciting, but entering the battlefield tapped in your Collected Company deck seems pretty rough. Like, if this isn't in my opening hand, I'm going to be disappointed in it most of the time, I think. The Pendelhaven and Beseiju are kind of free upgrades. Unless your opponent's on Blood Moon stuff, these are just basic forests with extra text. I'm less concerned about those. They come into play untapped, and Beseiju's actively good in certain spots where you need it, like Tron. But Den of the Bugbear, I got my eyes on you. I almost wish this was another cavern, but I'm not going to change it. I'm going to respect the list. And there it is. This is Gruul Shamans from Choo Choo Beans. Let's check it out. On the play in round 1, I am not going to keep this hand. This deck has explosive potential. Don't keep shitters. Here we go. Now we're cooking. I am going to keep this. Just got to figure out what I'm sending to the bottom. I could chuck the Ignoble Hierarch and just go like Emissary, Emissary, and Archomancer. And if I draw a land along the way, I get Collected Company. That cost me my 1-drop, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that is the price of the mulligan here. Obviously, I'd rather just have 7 cards, and the Hierarch would be the 3rd mana to Coco. But with what we got, this is what I'm doing. Burden Catacombs, go. The alternative would be to bottom one of the Burning Tree Emissaries, but I think going super wide, super fast is going to be better here than having the extra 1 mana. Cavern on Shaman. Let's party. Burning Tree Shaman. This one's uncounterable. 2 mana, play another one. This one is counterable. But unless they have, like, Spell Snare. I don't know. Alright, and there's an Archomancer. If they have a removal spell, an Archomancer is the obvious choice, because that one is enabling something. Like, once Burning Tree Emissary is in play, it's done what it's going to do. It's just a 2/2. Got a fetch in the end step. Are we going to see a Consider here? Oh, it's Living End. Okay. Suddenly feeling a little more worried than I was just a second ago. And I think I main phase the Coco. They are a Force of Negation deck sometimes, but I can also just bring the pain here. All right, I'm going to do it. Bosk Banneret doesn't do this. Cycling in response, looking for a force. Maybe just don't have it, please. Please? Please? Right, they're still doing stuff. Subtlety doesn't hit this. Alright, don't have it. Don't have it, Moment of Truth. 2 Seasoned Pyromancers. Well, that's not exactly exciting. It's not the 2 Rage Forgers I wanted. Let's put those in. I discard the Misty and draw 2 cards here, and then I discard what those 2 cards are. All right, cool. So now I have stuff in the graveyard for a Living End. It's worse than their stuff, but at least it's stuff. Though I am probably dead this turn. There's a lot of stuff in their graveyard. I was really looking for Rage Forger and Harmonic Prodigy. I think they're literally just dead, if that happened there. They were dead to just Rage Forge. Or no, Rage Forge is not worth 8 there, it's worth 6. But it would have been worth 12 with a Harmonic Prodigy. Oh, baby. Alright. Wish I could cast this bolt and get Ignoble into the graveyard, but I'm about to get my end livinged. Okay, this is the matchup where we just bring in 4 endurances. Look at the shit we're up to, though. This is some potent stuff. Oh, bummer. Because I'm the non-active player, my Visionary is going to draw before Grief can take. So they get the full the full action here. And they get to set up the top of both of our decks. They're at 8 though. Rage Forger could still punch through. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19 damage on board. Yeah, if I play Rage Forger, they might have a hard time attacking here. Oh, but I'm not going to draw Rage Forger because they're willing me. Unless there's just 3 of them on top of the deck. Bummer. We had the turn 4 Goldfish, but they had the turn 3. Plus their actual thing that their deck does includes a Wrath of God. Like, they just Wrath of God me in addition to their other shit. Don't have an attack here. I'm going to chump block the 5/5 with Elvish Visionary, and then probably die. But hope there's a Rage Forger in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Hold up. I'm going to go to 1. I am not dead here. And if I draw Rage Forger, I'm going to want every Shaman. Endurance, okay. Targeting me. Sure. And the winner is Harmonic Prodigy. That's not the one. Okay. We had a shot. If that Coco hit Harmonic Prodigy and Rage Forger, or 2 Rage Forgers, we win that game. Even through the turn 3 living end. But now we bring in our Endurances and try to compete. Okay, Endurance in Clothis is probably good if we get into a grindy situation. Just beating up their graveyard matters. Veil of Summer stops Grief. I'm not sure how important that is. All right, what are the cuts here? I do want to go fast, so I think Ignoble Hierarch is better than Lightning Bolt, though finishing off a softened up opponent is appealing. Oh, I have a Tarka's Command. Opponents can't gain life, 3 to each opponent. Put a land from your hand into the battlefield. Creatures get +1 and gain reach. Bolt is better than a Tarka's Command. And bring that one back. Do I just want Veil over Bolt? I actually have more hits for Coco now. Like, I'm trying to sideboard in a way that makes sense for Collected Company. And I'm boarding out 6 non-creatures and bringing in 5 creatures. So my Coco is actually better here. And is there something I want to do here to get the other Veil in the deck? Elvish Visionary is probably the slowest one and the worst one. So Ignoble Hierarch. Playing out Mana Dorks into a deck that's built to Wrath of God you is kind of sus. Seasoned Pyromancer is really good because it can put creatures in my graveyard, and then if they living end, they come back. I think I do want the Veil. I just got to decide what the cut is. I think it's Elvish Visionary. All right, let's go. On the play, I have Endurance, I have Rage Forger. Let's go. I'm just going to Stomping Ground and Ignoble here. Let's go. Let's party. Let's rage. They'll need Grief or Subtlety to stop the Endurance, both of which they play. So it's not like, aha, I got you, sucker. Ooh, a second Rage Forger. I am interested in that. I can pitch the company. Yeah, I'm just going to start raging. They generally don't go off until turn 3. So holding back this Endurance makes sense to me now, and then next turn I can think about keeping it up. Okay. The first Rage Forger edition of the league has happened. Let's see if we can keep pushing it. All right, they're just passing the turn here. Ooh, a second Endurance. Life just got really good. I'm going to shock in and then play the other Rage Forger and bring the Ruckus. This is an attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is an attack for 9. They are dead on board, and they have to beat 2 Endurances. Attack with all my creatures, 4 Rage Forger triggers. Oh no, I have to target my opponent. That's a lot of clicks. Oh, and I have to say yes. I'm going to always yes this. Okay. Set some shortcuts here. Speed this up. Your opponent's at 11. They need a Grief and a Subtlety, or 2 Griefs, or 2 Subtleties, to even be alive for another turn. Waker of Waves, pretty good. Ooh, a land ended up in the graveyard. They either missed on a creature or found a disruption creature. Oh, they don't need 2 Subtleties. They need 1 Subtlety or 2 Griefs. Yikes. Uh-oh. Yeah, I counted this wrong. All right, might get away with it because it is grief they're going with. If they have grief and subtlety, I'm in some trouble. Taking the company is the correct play. Yeah, maybe I should have just not played Rage Forger. I mean, they're going for it, so they must have it. Disappointing. Okay. Well, there's that. Does this change if I just leave up my mana? If I don't play Rage Forger, I can flash in Endurance, which gets subtletied in response to grief, and then I can pitch, and then at least their graveyard is just grief when they go for it. They still get the Wrath, but they don't get the overwhelming board state. Yeah, maybe I got sloppy there. 5, 7. Oh, and the Maker of Waves. Yeah, I can't get through this. Okay. They had 2 pieces of interaction, which they needed both. I thought I had room to breathe. I could have been a little tighter there, but putting them to dead on board also felt really good. They had to have the turn 3 Goldfish with 2 pieces of interaction, and they just had it. Is what it is. On to the next one. This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and every other format you'll see on this channel. They have multiple customizations so you can view your deck how you want. Text view, stacks, grid, custom grouping by type, subtype, color, light mode, dark mode. However you want to see your deck, they can provide it for you. My favorite feature is you can choose your set printing, make the deck look exactly how you want it to. The deck screen features expandable sections that show you what tokens your deck makes, your recent change history to the deck, stats about mana curve and opening hand distribution, mana cost distribution. You can deal out sample hands and even play test the deck. Island Ponder. You know I'm keeping this one. This site has everything. Follow me on Moxfield.com to keep up with decks I'm playing for the channel and what I'm up to in paper. I'll see you there. I'm on the play. I have a 1-lander with Ignoble Hierarch. Maybe if this land wasn't Forest, I would consider this if it was Stomping Ground. But, yikes. Is this a world I want to live in? I'm going to mulligan. I think this hand... Alright, rewarded. Just do the right thing. It's there. Okay, I think I'd rather have Lightning Bolt than Atarka's Command when I'm not sure what's going on in the matchup. And lead with Ignoble. And let's do it. Is it Murktide? It looks like. Spent a Lightning Bolt on that. That's okay. I have the Big Brother version of that here in my hand. Got Anarchomancer in play. And this is a deck full of removal. I'm disappointed by. But it's okay. Alright, maybe just like play a Ledger Shredder. And don't have Bobble? Don't have Bobble? Hate my life. Discard a land? Shit. Alright. A 2/4 creature. How can I ever beat this? I was definitely planning on casting 2 spells next turn. Okay, they're bobbling me now. Alright, this is actually great. I get to... Oh, bummer. They get to connive if I cast my second spell, where I want the Visionary in play, but I also want Rage Forger too. Yeah. I could play Rage Forger first, give up the extra +1 counter, but that's not even a good attack. Alright, you're going to get to connive. Have fun with that. Whatever. Alright, draw a card. And, ooh, I could Season Pyromancer, but I'm going to Rage Forger. Let's get this in. If they connive a land, I do get an attack here for 1. They can block, but I get the ping. Looks like we got another reader on Rage Forger. Both opponents have paused when this thing hit the stack. Discarded Ragavan. Yep, that is certainly a spell, and Ragavan is not going to connect this game. Good read on that one. Alright, Ledger Shredder's in the mix. It's a 3/5. The biggest creature you've ever seen in your life. I'm also getting big time punished for fetching a basic with triple red in my hand. Be a little surprised if they attack. Alright, yeah. Just passing the turn, holding up. Pretty obvious counterspell, I think. Alright, let's Elvish Visionary again. And another Anarchomancer. I think that's fine. I just gotta overload this opponent somehow. Shredder's already big. They are already holding up mana for interaction. Go nuts. This makes my spells mega cheap. If Rage Forger's a 1-drop, things can get really crazy. If Coco's a 2-drop, also. If they Lightning Bolt one of my creatures and cast Counterspell, they get another Connive. Good stuff. But I've actually drawn 2 extra cards this game, and they have just selected for many cards. But Elvish Visionary, true card advantage. Not sure how I ever beat a Murktide Regent other than getting up under it. There it is. 4/4 mode. Now Ledger Shredder's going to attack. Yep. Time to get this game over, says my opponent, and they are correct. 2 lightning bolts. That kills neither their creatures. 3, 4, 5, 6. They're also 79, 10, 11, 12. They're not dead to that. I guess I'll cast this Seasoned Pyromancer and hope these lightning bolts turn into land Rage Forger. All right, yeah, that was a complete stuffing. Holy crap, we're dead. Yeah, just Ledger Shredder. Like if that's DRC or Ragavan or just not a creature, we smear them. But it was Ledger Shredder. Also had the Connive. They also discarded a spell to pump it, getting out of lightning bolt range. Powerful shit. Endurance is good here. They care about their graveyard. I care about having reach. Dismember is something I want access to. I don't think this is a Chandra matchup. I mean, Veil is tempting. Their counterspells are annoying, but I have Cavern of Souls. I think I can get up under them. This is not Natarka's command matchup. They have so much removal that pumping your creatures and dealing the last 3 points of damage does not seem like an important axis to be on. Giving your creatures reach to lend a turn is not flavor text in the matchup, but I still don't think this is where I want to be. Gotta find 2 more cuts if I want to play all these cards. Harmonic Prodigy might be medium here, because it requires other things to be in play and resolve, which doesn't seem entirely likely. Going wide early is interesting to me. I like Burning Tree Emissary. Maybe one of the Flamekins can come out. All right. I don't love my last 2 decisions on sideboarding here. I think the Atarka's commands in one of the Hierarchs is fine, but it got weird after that. This is a really tight main deck. On the play with a 1-lander, got a mulligan this. All right, this is more like it. I'm going to keep this and send... You could send one of the lands to the bottom. I do like lands, but that's the most replaceable effect in the deck. I'm going to Harbinger, and it's probably going to be for Burning Tree Emissary. Burning Tree Emissary gives me 2 spells next turn. Oh, right. This only gets elementals. Shit. I guess I'm getting Rage Forger. Yep. Okay. I forgot this doesn't get Shamans. Rage Forger on top of the deck. Let's go. I hope there's a land under it, or else I'm in trouble. I'm going to attack first before I do anything else. And I am just going to take my medicine on Stomping Grounds here, reduce my life total. After what happened last game, it got really awkward. Can't Unholy Heat this Prodigy. You can Lightning Bolt it, though. Wow, Spell Snare. I was saying last game how I don't think they have Spell Snare, but apparently they do. That's shocking and disappointing. How about a land? Shit, we're dead. Okay, this is a really bad spot. This is a deck you need to curve out on and put them on the back foot, and I have not done that. They kept their card with Consider, and they are spending their cards now to clear out any little residual scraps of a game plan that I have. That's also a spell in the graveyard or a card in the graveyard from Murktide, if that's where they're going with this. They cast that, they did not dash it. I don't like that. They definitely have Counterspell. Easy game. If one of these spells resolves, I'm gonna prefer it to be a Seasoned Pyromancer. And I am gonna fetch Basic Force with this. They might be a Blood Moon deck. I expect 100% this Endurance to get countered, but I'm still gonna cast it. Gotta start challenging this hand. The Ragavan's gonna pick me apart pretty quick. Ooh, hard cast Subtlety. Hate that. I'm gonna bottom the Endurance. I guess I could have left it on top because they would have got it and been unable to cast it. Now, if they just hit Lightning Bolt or something, I'm going to feel bad. God damn it. Hit exactly Lightning Bolt. All right. I deserve this. 1000% deserve it. Should have left Endurance on top. Okay. Seasoned Pyromancer is going to discard Rage Forger and Seasoned Pyromancer. And I can play Den of the Bugbear. Motherfucker, that Lightning Bolt. Because I can Bolt Subtlety, block Ragavan, actually doing okay. Otherwise, having 2 bolts would be pretty nice too. Shocked in Steam Vents, cast Dragon's Rage Channeler. They're still representing Counterspell. Still pushing for 3 damage. Harmonic Prodigy. That's not helpful. I'm going to go for Rage Forger. That might be something that sniffs out a Counterspell. And then I can Bolt the Subtlety. There's the Counterspell. Bolting Subtlety turns on Dragon's Rage Channeler. Does it? They have instant sorcery. They can make a land whenever they want with Fiery Islet, and that will give them creature, so yeah. I'm going to attack with Pyromancer. Raiding the Ragavan, good call. Which turns on DRC anyway. But I might as well Bolt the Subtlety. I think the inability to block on Dragon's Rage Channeler is better than the card selection that they provide, but if they have Lightning Bolt in their hand, it just doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter if they don't have Lightning Bolt in hand. Lightning Bolt or Counterspell, I'll win the game here. Yeah, I messed this one up with that Flamekin Harbinger, and then I messed it up again with bottoming the Endurance, and then they took my Lightning Bolt. Like, having 2 Lightning Bolts here, I just clear the board, and then I'm at 5 with material versus they're not material. That one could have been played better. I'm sorry, Shamans. I'm trying. I'm dropping the ball on you. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. On the draw for round 3, this hand doesn't accelerate on turn 1, but it is stable. I'm going to keep it. I like the Aggro-Combo. This looks like Burn, Soulscar Mage, or Prowess. Prowess version of Burn. Yeah, Lightning Bolt, what's up? I am going to cast this card. If they want to save their Soulscar Mage with a Mutagenic Growth or whatever, go for it. With Spear, okay. It's always better to use damage-based removal on Prowess creatures on your own turn, because if they do have a pump spell to save it, at least you're not also taking that damage in combat. Oh, Den of the Bugbear. Disappointing. I guess I could have mapped this out where I was going to have to shock to do my turn 2 anyway, and if I had played Den... yeah, okay. That's some higher level shit. I was on like level 0 of basic land Lightning Bolt versus Burn, but like I'm gonna have to shock in for my turn 2 play anyway, and Den of the Bugbear could have played into play untapped, and now this hand as it's currently laid out does not Coco on turn 4. If this Aggro-Combo is still in play on my turn, I can Coco right away, just slam it, but I'm gonna have to spend 2 life. I'm actually spending more life because I didn't spend it on turn 1. Ugh. Sloppy stuff. Lava Dart. Okay, they're gonna dart my homie twice. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna take the damage to play Seasoned Pyromancer this turn. Yeah, definitely. Ugh. 2 damage, didn't need to take. There it is. Awkward land in my hand that didn't need to be there. I'm gonna discard definitely Ignoble and probably Rage Forger. Yeah, I just want the 1/1s in play. Didn't find an untapped land. Disappointing. At 12 versus 3 cards in hand. About to be 4. 2 Lava Darts in the graveyard. Only 1 mountain to sacrifice, though. Second Swift Spear. You got it. They have white mana in their pool. Prismatic Ending targeting an elemental. Okay, sure. They Lava Dart the other elemental. They get to push for 3 guaranteed damage this turn. Oh, gut shot. Yeah, fuck me. Okay. Shot through the gut. I am going to chump block this turn. And keep in mind all of this, I could have just cast Coco instead. but I chose to play bad. Okay. I could Flamekin Harbinger, Rage Forger to the top of my deck, and then play Visionary. I could also Visionary, see if I hit an untapped land to cast the other 2 creatures. I think I want to lead on Visionary. These are all X1s, though, which do not survive the Lava Darts. Do I even want Rage Forger? I'm not convinced that I do. If they draw a Mountain for Lava Dart, that's kill my creature in for 6. Right, that's a Mountain. If there's a... Well, we know there's a spell in the hand because they haven't hit all their land drops this game. Yeah, I am probably dead for Xaxes here. All of it based on not being willing to shock myself. All right, yeah, we're dead for Xaxes. Or it's more than Xaxes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's more than that. Yep, all of that based on... That was 2 extra damage I didn't need to take, and I could have cast Coco this turn if I had just planned ahead a little bit. All right, tighten up, Buttercup. Weather the Storm, get in my deck. Both this also gains life, and they have shown me graveyard stuff. Endurance is a big old body. Yeah, I have to treat this like a combo matchup. Like, I don't think Rage Forger is the out. Atarka's Command has been boarded out every round so far. Harmonic Prodigy. Flamekin Harbinger is actually just actively bad. Maybe Harbinger is worse than Rage Forger. I can get a couple of these back in. I don't think I want to Dismember in this matchup. 4 is a lot of life, but also they might not be able to actually kill me if I remove their threat. If I'm boarding out Rage Forgers like crazy, Harmonic Prodigy gets a lot worse, but I still get the Seasoned Pyromancer, the Prowess triggers, draw 2 cards with Visionary, the extra mana. Both this is not a Shaman or Wizard, just a God, unfortunately. It'd be great to double that one. Ignoble Hierarch also taps for black, so there's an out to Dismember for the correct amount of mana. I'm going to cut a Harmonic Prodigy, and then do it like this. Alright, let's plan out our game plan a little better. I say all the time that non-blue decks are harder than blue decks, and that's what I'm talking about. Just sequencing the cards that you have, and like, there's no cantrip or counterspell coming to save you. You just gotta play correctly. Right, this hand I can stay behind. Keep it. Yeah, so I'm gonna fetch a tapped Stomping Ground, then I get my untapped Den of the Bugbear, and then I cast 2 spells. I could also lead on Harmonic Prodigy and try to go crazier on turn 3. Oh, what does that change? I could still just dump out here. So if I lead on Harmonic Prodigy and it doesn't die, then I get twice as much mana on the following turn. I'm actually going to try that. Risk it for the biscuit here. A 1/3 is a pretty big butt. And we've seen Lightning Helix, I'm sure they have Lightning Bolt, but the upside is here. If I can like spew off all these creatures into Weather the Storm and Seasoned Pyromancer, next turn is just completely broken instead of just good. And if I draw a land next turn, I can Emissary, Anarchomancer, Weather the Storm. This just gives me more outs to hit. Alright, they had the Helix. Boring. Okay, let's draw a land. Come on, land. Shit. Alright. Well, we're doing it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Emissary, Anarchomancer. I think getting a 3rd creature into play is better than just gaining 9 life. I'll gain life at some point. Another Soulscar Mage, you got it. Ooh, no attacks. That's surprisingly honest. Come on, land. Damn. Okay. I could Seasoned Pyromancer, discarding Ignoble and Collected Company. Or I could play Ignoble and try to Coco next turn. I think I want the Pyromancer. Like, let's get something going. This adds to the board in a meaningful way. And I think I do want Weather the Storm. Okay, they have suddenly fetched. Am I getting Searing Blazed? They would have just done that on their turn, right? I don't know. Alright. Discard. Ignoble. Alright. Got 2 things and a land. 2 tokens. any burn spell is a 2-for-1 if I attack, so I'm just not going to. I'm going to build up critical mass and win all at once. Containment Priest, my goodness. All right. Glad I didn't cast that Coco. Swift Spear, all right. Is it time to light it up? All right, gut shot's coming at my face. Okay. And light up the stage. That explains the gut shot. Sure. Lava Dart and Sunbaked Canyons, both excellent cards here. Really wish I had a mana to weather the storm. Maybe I was supposed to shock in that Stomping Ground. I guess it was likely to pay for itself, so maybe, yeah, maybe that was the spot. Oh, a second light up the stage from hand. All right, yeah, they're lighting it up for sure. Yeah, Lightning Bolt and a land. Are we gonna bolt or dart here? Yeah, I definitely could have taken 2 to gain 18 or more life this turn. That was, man, it's really tough to like default into preserve your life total at all costs when that's like not even really the plan. Or you end up taking less damage. I mean, preserving your life total is the plan, but you end up taking less if you invest up front. Yeah, if they Lava Dart my 2 elementals here, they're basically getting a Plague Wind. All right, Lightning bolting my Anarchomancer. That's really good. Okay, block 2 of these, and I can triple block another one. There's not a Lava Dart in the graveyard right now. 5/6. I have all these. Yeah, that looks safe to do. Okay. I gotta start removing these creatures from play. Okay, I get to keep 1 Burning Tree Emissary versus everything they got going on over there. Land is solid. All right, I'm gonna hold up Weather the Storm or Endurance, depending on what I need to do here. There's so many lands, like there's no good way to work through this Lava Dart unless they just like dart plus redart the Burning Tree Emissary. We played and immediately drew a card with Sunbaked Canyon. Okay, if I just block Season Pyro or Containment Priest, whatever this thing is, and then they go like bolt, bolt, dart, bolt, whatever, I can weather the storm around that. Oh, they could also use dart to shrink my emissary, winning the combat. All right, I think I'm going to endurance and just force the issue. Block Containment Priest, block Soulscar Mage. And the Lava Dart is shrinking endurance. You can do that twice. Just win the shit out of this combat. Yeah, that was kind of a mess. Soulscar Mage is really messed up. All right, deck, give me something good. Right, Cavern on Shaman. This gets me some blockers. Not pretty, but it does exist. Season Pyromancer is in my graveyard. Containment Priest is non-token. Yeah, just missing my chance to gain 18 life last turn is going to be pretty devastating. I don't really want to block Containment Priest, but also I think my path out of this game is Collected Company, and I might just die if I double block Priest. Okay, I might just die anyway. This is 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 4. Wow, old Pyromancer with from empty-handed. Yeah, I just got deconstructed here. I made the easy, obvious play of save 2 life, like just the survival caveman part of my brain was just like save 2 life, good. And saving 2 life may have killed me both of these games because it would have been worth significantly more to just pay the 2 life up front. Both holding up the Weather the Storm and gain 18 life gives me more time to figure this out this game, and I actually curving out into Coco. We can also kind of blame Den of the Bugbear. I mentioned this in the deck tech of if this is ever your 3rd or 4th land, it's going to feel really bad, and that is an accurate description of what happened in game 1. It was avoidable if I had played better, but also if this land was just not this land, we may have been okay. Wow, this is tough. I was so excited for this deck, and we have yet to take a game. Come on, Shamans, get it together. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the draw against a Gigantha deck. I'm going to keep... Gigantha is sometimes Tron, sometimes Shadow. Steam Vents Gigantha. Not sure what this is. Alright, well, this deck doesn't have Murktide Region in it. We can be sure of that. I'm going to get my basic here, because I have double red. I feel like my life total might be important. Here's Rag getting in. Old Rag on the play. I'm going to let it hit me. And of course it fucking took Lightning Bolt. There's 4 of those in my whole deck. Why does every Ragavan take Lightning Bolt? I'm quitting. Alright, yeah, this is Death Shadow for sure. Grixis Shadow. And I just gave them the perfect answer. Great. And they get the Ledger Shredder. This is an outrage. A complete outrage. The police will be by to take Ragavan very soon. He's been out of control. Den of the Bugbear, Anarchomancer, and go. I think trading with Ragavan, if I'm given the option, is the right play here. Another Shredder, lined up perfectly for a Lightning Bolt or Unholy Heat here, with double Conniving. My god. Garden another land. Garden another land. Alright, Ragavan, go ahead, take a Lightning Bolt. Go for it. Ragavan took Elvish Visionary. Alright, no lands. No mana to cast that one. We got away with it. Would have been a great card to draw, though. Alright, I'm going to play Stomping Ground and Rage Forger. I'm trying to do anything to soak up these Ragavan hits right now. If we can get to Collected Company, maybe there's something left to be done here. Aggressive Iteration. That's a good card. Man, this Shamans deck looks so sick on paper, but seeing it in action versus the actual modern field of cards and how cracked the entire modern card pool is pretty enlightening. Obviously, like, I haven't played perfectly, but just in general, look at what my opponent is doing versus me. I went land, Rage Forger, and there are 9 cards in their graveyard already. And they have more lands than me, and more creatures, and they have fewer cards in hand. That's the one metric I'm actually competing on here. Alright, block Ragavan. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, expect a Shadow here, and then they just hold up. Okay, they didn't Shadow me here, but they are holding up Drown in the Lock, which is a problem. Alright, I'll pass the turn. Gotta hope they spend mana on some shit. Alright, well, Thoughtseize is a good one. Probably gonna take one of the Cocos and then counter the other one. And now they know about it for sure. Aggressive Iteration. Well, it's now or never. Either they have the Drown now or they're going to be digging for it, so let's Coco. Did not expect that to resolve, but it is not helpful that it did. And not a sexy one. Alright, I got 2 mana I can't spend on anything. And I guess if I main phase, like maybe main phasing Cocos is an important part of the deck because of Emissary. Like I could have Coco'd into this Visionary if I just did it on my turn. There's a Kroxa in the graveyard. Unholy Heat in exile. They've already connived. I'm going to 1 here. Dead to Lightning Bolt. Man, remember when that Ragavan took my Lightning Bolt? The Lightning Bolt that could have killed this Ledger Shredder and then also did damage to me? That was cool. That was a great moment in American cinema. They have an Unholy Heat still floating from the exile. Dead to these birds. What can still win me this game? If anything can. Atarka's Command is involved. Your creatures gain reach. I mean, that's not nothing. I will play this Elvish Visionary and pass the turn. Oh, man. Deal 3 to each opponent. What a +1. Creatures get +1 in reach. Alright. I gotta pass the turn here. Thoughtseizing me in response. 3 damage to each opponent, and their creatures become larger. I'm still dead to a removal spell or a counter spell. All of this is rough. Okay, that resolved. Thoughtseize is going to resolve. They're going to take my Rage Forger, which is a shame because this has become weirdly competitive with the life total somehow. Yeah, they just need to like Unholy Heat and connive a spell into the graveyard on the Ledger Shredders, and they're fine. All right, EI. So you get 5 more looks at a removal spell. Man, I'm jealous of my opponent's deck right now. Shamans are sweet, but look at what they're doing. Discarded spells on both of the Shredders, so they're both lethal. Any removal spell is good now. Exiling Thoughtseize is not what you were looking for. All right, just had Unholy Heat. Whatevs. Okay. Absolute destruction there. I mean, Ragavan hit a 4 of that I care about. That collapsed this entire thing. But, wow. Okay, Dismember is in. Veil of Summer, very important here. I think I like Clothis. Like Endurance. This looks familiar. Seen all these cards before. Alright, Flamekin Harbinger, sorry buddy. You're too low impact. Man, I hate cutting Rage Forger, but I think it's right. Atarka's Command probably should be cut as well. I want Ignoble Hierarch. I want mana advantage over this opponent. Seasoned Pyromancer is important. I guess I'll cut one of these Harmonic Prodigies. It's a tough sell when you're boarding out the thing that makes your deck a thing, which is the Rage Forger. I just cut 3 Harbingers and 2 Rage Forgers. That's like 5 Forgers out of the deck. Bummer. This hand, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit here. I'm going to keep. If they Thoughtseize me on turn 1, I can Veil. If they play a creature on turn 1, I can Bolt it. If they just pass the turn, you got me. Please cast Thoughtseize, though. I need the draw. Yeah, Swamp? Oh, yeah, money. Money! Find a land, find a land, find a land. Uh-oh. Come on, land. It's time, it's time. Come on, deck. Biscuit achieved. All right. Let's go. Okay, we're doing shaman stuff now. Go. That was the best start I could hope for, I think. They could still just, like, put Ledger Shredder in front of this. I'm not even, like, doing anything. I mean, they would need a Bauble and they need to discard a spell to really stop the Lightning Bolt. Okay. Unholy Heat Go is not the worst thing. I understand they're a Death Shadow deck, but I am going to attack their life total because that's what my deck does. And if they get too fast and loose over there, this double bolt hand can finish it off. There's Shadow. 3/3. Another 3/3 Shadow. If I Lightning Bolt one of these, Street Wraith is a blowout. Alright, I'm gonna test the waters here. Lightning Bolt. Fuck. Oh, they're bolting themselves in response. Yeah, that checks out. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. That's the same as if I had bolted them. Street Wraith is a complete free roll, but bolting yourself is the same as if I bolted you. I could have bolted the other one in response, but I think going straight upstairs is the play. Alright, come on, land. Endurance, okay. I think I actually want to Endurance myself. That shuts off Drown in the Lock. Opponent's got 2 cards left in their hand. How many Death Shadows are about to attack me? Just 1. Deal. No blocks. Ragavan in blocking mode. Come on, land. Okay. We get to Coco here. I can't get Drowned in the Lock. Let's see what comes out of this. They have Stubborn Denial or something. That'll work. What? 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 Come the fuck on. I boarded out a bunch of... Oh my god. Oh, I guess I did board out a bunch of creatures this time, but I boarded in more creatures. Literally 0? Literally 0? It's not meant to be. It is not meant to be today. Jesus. Not even an Elvish Visionary? Nothing? Just can't give me anything? I hate it here. Okay. And they had the Terminate as well. Great. Now I'm forced into chump block mode. You are the chosen one, Collected Company. Oh, jeez. All right, all right, all right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I've had enough. The Magic Gods are not with me today. That was like the best start we could hope for. Countered their Thoughtseize on turn 1, hit the land drop, curved right up into Coco. Oh, jeez. I'm wallowing in a pit of despair. Let's go play the final round. I'm on the play in the final round. We've got the 05 on the line. Not even just the 05. We have the 05-010 on the line. We got to take a game here. Is this a hand I can trust? If they kill my Hierarch, I could just be in a pit of despair, but otherwise this hand is good. All right, I'm willing to risk it. My back's against the wall, emotionally and physically. I literally record sitting with my back against a wall. I guess my back's always against the wall, but my brain is there with it today. I would not keep this hand on the draw. Opponent has no companion. Cavern on Shaman, and here is my first Shaman of the game. Moment of truth. Don't lightning bolt me. Don't do it. Don't do it with your Bloodstained Mire. Red, black, the colors of removal. Just play Ragavan. Or Thoughtseize me. Please. 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 Locket of Yesterdays. Spells you cast cost 1 less for each card in the same name as that spell in your graveyard. Okay. We are in the bullshit corner with a friend. All right. 05 bracket, let's go. Elvish Visionary, can we find a land? Nope, no chance. All right. Locket of Yesterdays. What are we doing with this? Some crazy storm deck? Endurance is going to be good against this deck, whatever it is. Anamorphose, yikes. That's a good card to reduce the cost of with Locket of Yesterdays. Oh, Pyromancer Ascension. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Still have not come up with a land anywhere at all. I'm going to play Prodigy. That will double the Exalted trigger for Elvish Visionary. Oh, this one's not a Shaman. That's right. I have to use actual Goblin mana. And then attack for 3. If I draw the land for Rage Forger, I could still win the race against this deck. Unless they just combo me out right now. Reforge the Soul. Yes, please. Please miracle that. I need a new hand here, desperately. Okay, so they're casting Desperate Ritual first to get an extra mana. Reforge the Soul is Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Get rid of that. Okay. There's all my lands. I found them. Let's see if that's actually good or if I'm dead. Manamorphose, with Raven's Crime in the graveyard. That's scary. Pyromancer Ascension hit its first target here. It's red-black. At the very least, their deck is awesome. Oh, that was all in the upkeep, right? That Manamorphose might have been a little aggressive. It did get a counter on Pyro Ascension and use floating mana, though. That's all good. A Desperate Ritual ruins my life here. Thoughtseize, okay. Taking my CZ peasy. Rage Forger, let's go. Oh, Collecting Company, what's up? All right. This is the first appearance of Harmonic Prodigy actually untapping and doing something in a game. Let's see if we can Coco into a Rage Forger. I'm going to fetch for the better mana and the thinning here. Okay, red, green, Burning Tree Emissary. Let's go. I get 4 mana from that, which lets me double the next Burning Tree Emissary, which will let me cast Coco with 2 mana still floating. All right, come on now, deck. Don't fail me again. Find me some Rage Forgers. Oh, I also get Prowess. Forgot about that. What's up? Rage Forgers for the win. They just said, oh, wow, nice top deck. Man, shut up. We're 05. Flamekin Harbinger and Seasoned Pyromancer. I can stack this so I draw into Rage Forger, which I can still cast this turn. Okay, put these into play. And, oh, right, this happens multiple times. All right, put all these on the bottom. Okay, so how do... the fuck? Okay, I need to put Seasoned Pyromancer last and a Harbinger above it. I can put... yeah, this one just doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just going to discard 2, draw 2. Discard 2, draw 2. I will use this ability. Let's put a Rage Forger on top. Then no to the second one. And then this one will discard Elvish Visionary and Forest. Draw Rage Forger, and I still have the homie unspent. Rage Forger doubles up, and I'm still probably going to lose this turn. Oh wait, no, they're at 9. Wait, why isn't... If it Shaman or another wizard control triggers, ability triggers an additional time. Why aren't there 4 triggers here? Like, they're going to be at exactly 2. Is Rage Forger bugged? Is my league comped? Yeah, whenever a creature you control attacks, that is a triggered ability. It is a Shaman creature. An ability... That ability triggers an additional time. Yeah. All right. Good news, everybody. We're playing for free today. Opponent should be dead here, unless I just completely misunderstand what's going on. But I am probably dead now. They've untapping with 6 fresh cards and Pyromancer Ascension. Unlikely to miss. I don't know. You're at 1. Figure it out. I am grumpy about that. We had our moment. Burning Inquiry. All right, it's about to get weird. Lightning Bolt in hand. No red mana to spend. Oh, they found a Past in Flames. My goodness. Yeah, if they can get that onto the stack, it's going to be hard for me to win. Oh, this is a Waste Not deck as well. My god. My opponent is in the lab, and I'm here for it. Draw cards equal to number of cards. Each target opponent is drawn this turn. Okay, so that number is currently 3. Heretic Ritual. All right, that's the wrong ritual. They're not in the Ascension yet. Oh, Reforge the Soul's also sick with Dream Salvage. Wow. I see what's going on here. This is cool. And we got one. We're on the board. We're on the board. Okay, just pile up on Endurances and laugh our way to the bank. Rexage, also going to be important here. We've seen Thoughtseize and Raven's Crime. I like Veil of Summer. This also counters Dream Salvage. All right, we did just get to bring the Ruckus for the first time. Finally, in round 5, the deck did the thing. When I take on these goofball decks, all I ever want to do is the thing. Like, whatever the thing is that the deck does, that's what I want to see it do, win or lose. And it sucks it took so long. I'm sure a lot of people stopped watching 2 rounds ago, but those of you who are still here, Burning Tree Emissary with Harmonic Prodigy is something. Okay, I like the Rage Forgers. I like the Collected Companies. As much as I like Harmonic Prodigy, it's probably the cut. Maybe I can slim on Rage Forgers a little bit. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. There's a lot of green cards to support Endurance. I got Veil to protect me from Thoughtseize. Rexage can blow up the Ascension. And we're playing for free. I needed that save today. Okay, Veil of Summer. I'm going to keep this. Sucks I'm on the draw. Thoughtseize just takes this Veil, then we're in sad time. But if they lead on Locket again, then I can just play my land. You're doing something. Play Locket. Oh, just getting a tapped land. Cool. Deal. All right, I'm going to play Verdant Catacomb so I don't give anything away. Like, if I shock in Stomping Ground, they know I have a spell. If I play Basic Forest, that might telegraph Veil of Summer too, obviously. I really want to snag a Thoughtseize here. Doesn't look like I'm going to get to, though. Probably just Ascension this turn. Oh, Inquiry. We're getting weird. All right. I hope they Dream Salvage me. This would be so sick to counter with Veil. Oh my god. Target opponent. Yes, this card does target. Stomping Ground. And Veil of Summer. Has this ever been done before? Has anyone ever Veil of Summer to Dream Salvage before? We got the LOL in the chat. Yeah, I thought it was funny too. Good stuff. Okay. Emissary into Anarchomancer. Yeah, Anarchomancer is nuts next turn with double Elvish Visionary. We can go a little crazy. There's the Locket. And bolting my Anarchomancer. Good call. I was ready to go crazy. I think I want Visionary and Ignoble Hierarch here. I can pitch the other Visionary to Endurance in an emergency. Rage Forger. Let's go. I have 3 Shamans in play right now. In for 3 thanks to Exalted. Got the shields up with big Endurance energy. Waste not. Yikes. Okay. Oh, passing the turn. That's fortunate. Oh, stopped in second main. I may have spoken too soon. And Waste Not, Locket of Yesterday's Pyromancer Ascension. This is a sweet deck. Oh, bummer. No Anarchomancer here. This is an attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could also Prodigy, draw 2 cards. Now I'm just going to forge some Rage. Rage is, in fact, the emotion I feel after playing through this league. So let's do exactly that. And 3 Rage Forger triggers, plus the 6 damage, put you to 4. Dead on board, you got to win through an Endurance. So, like, Reforge the Soul is insane here. Burning Inquiry is pretty messed up here with the Waste Not running. Raven's Crime. Okay, so if I discard a creature, they get a 2/2. My whole hand is creatures. I will discard Seasoned Pyromancer first. Oh, I could have responded to the Waste Not trigger with the Endurance. That was probably the play. Yeah, we did it. The 0-5 was dodged, and we found what I'm pretty sure is a Moto bug, and likely to be reimbursed for this exercise. Yeah, I think we got... I mean, there were a couple different lessons here. The first one is don't go on autopilot. I definitely cannot chalk some of the positions we found ourselves in up to variants or the Magic Gods or just the modern format or any of the things. That prowess matchup, especially, both games, I just put Stomping Ground into play tapped because, you know, that's what you do against aggressive matchups. Save your life total. But both times shocking it in would have saved me more than 2 life long term, and I just failed to recognize it in the 2 spots where it's most relevant. So, important lesson there. The other lesson we learned is that Modern is powerful, and this deck is really sick. It's capable of insane things, but there's so many moving pieces involved that it's hard. It's a big ask in the Modern format full of Unholy Heats and Lightning Bolts and Solitudes and Furies and Fatal Pushes and all of the above, and combo decks that are faster than you and all of that, to actually get like Rage Forger onto the board with some number of Shamans to actually pump and then attack with. It's a big ask. I hate Den of the Bugbear. My read on that one was right. It did, in fact, stop me from casting Collected Company because it was in my deck once and it was activated 0 times. It was close to being activated 0 times. That one should not be in the deck. Maybe a Sokenzan if you want some techie land that could be creatures someday, but Sokenzan at least comes into play untapped. Let's do that instead. Den of the Bugbear, I hate you. But when this deck rips, wow, does it rip. We saw the mostly dead on board against the Pyromancer Ascension with a fresh 7 cards in hand, and then just Harmonic Prodigy, Emissary, Coco, triggers, splat. That was good shit. I like this deck's spirit. I like the strategy. If casual 60 card formats were still a thing, I think I would be very into Shamans as a tribe. Or, you know, in EDH, I'm sure there's some cool Shaman commander you could play. As far as actually hanging with the Modern card pool, I would not stake a real tournament on this. Obviously, River, the person who this deck came from, won a tournament with it, so it can happen, and we see the power level of what can happen here. We can see, like, if Endurance lines up right, and if we get our damage in, we could see how it would work, but I would not bet a real tournament on this, unfortunately. It's not 2009 anymore, where I literally did bet a Grand Prix performance on Shamans. Little different world. Choo Choo Beans, thank you for sending this deck to me. I hope everybody stuck it out to the end for that sweet redemption. If you didn't, you're not listening to this, so I don't care what you think. Come back next time. Everybody be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. commiserate with me in the comments about the rough run on this one. Talk to me about that collected company whiff. Oh, that's what I want to hear about in the comments. And while you're down there, check out the video description for the links to my Patreon, to Coalesce Apparel, to Moxfield, all the places that support this channel. My TCG Player affiliate link, it's all down there. Check it out. Thanks for sticking out this rough run with me. I'll see you next time.